So first, how are you expecting the festival tonight?
Oh, I think I think we're pretty excited about how it'll be. I don't think we've ever played France before.
Never.
Never. We've passed through, but we've never played France. And then these download festivals, we've played a couple. Are great. Um, I'm really excited. Yeah, I've wanted to play here for a long time. Maybe not in like a festival setting. It'd always been a bit cooler to play in a club, but I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in 20 years of Thrice never been in France. But now, is there any plan of coming doing a European tour and maybe play in Paris or another city?
I hope so. We've talked about it. It's just a matter of getting our who books us to get us here. But yes, definitely. I think as a whole, we've been talking about wanting to get out here more. All of Europe, but France specifically as well.
All right. And so, in 20 years of Thrice, not that many albums. The
Almost 10,
10?
now.
10?
Yes.
Ah, one every 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and the last one in 2016.
Yes.
So, is there anything new coming up, and what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, we have a new record that will be out later this year. We're not allowed to talk too much about the details, but we'll be playing one song tonight from the record that's been released, and it's on the record label Epitaph in the States. Yeah.
And is that new song really? It's great. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And will show what the new album is going to be, or is it really a song apart of the rest of the record? Is it going to be like all the album of Thrice with something new? I hope.
Yeah. I feel like it is representative of part of the record, but I feel like in a lot of our recordings we always have like a pretty diverse spectrum of sounds on the record, so it is like it's part of what the record sounds like. There's some mellower songs and there's some heavier songs, so it's kind of somewhere in the middle.
And in 20 years of existence, except the little break, is it easy to create and record a new album again and again and not be repetitive?
For us, somehow, I think it is. It's not. I wouldn't say it's easy. Writing a record is never easy, but we never have a shortage of ideas. For example, on this record, we probably had more song ideas and demo. We had more song ideas than we've ever had going into a record, which is pretty amazing after writing together for so long. I think the harder part for us is actually bringing a large mass of ideas down into just a few songs that we can record on the record. Yeah, it's no shortage of ideas, for sure.
And about the tour, how long are you going to be on the road?
This time when we're in Europe, we are here. Well, we're on this side of the ocean until I think our last show is on the 29th of June in Madrid. We have some shows. We started off in the UK, and we played some shows in Germany and Austria, Switzerland. Yeah, so half a month, maybe 3 weeks. Not too long, but better than we have done in the past couple of years. So we need to get the ball rolling. Yeah.
And how do you manage to be on the road, like the jet lag, everything that even just be on the road like for several hours? How do you manage, you and the rest of the band, Is there any ritual, something you do? You sleep on the road? How do you manage being on the road several months a year?
Um, I, th- um, I mean, it's always hard adjusting to jet lag, but I think, especially after the break that we took, the hiatus, we're all really excited to travel again and see old friends and meet new friends and share new music. Um, and I think that really keeps us going in a way that maybe in 2010 or something we were just like exhausted. Um, no, I mean, everybody's really happy to be here. I brought my skateboard. I've been like skateboarding around. I skated at a skate park in France. I forgot the name of the area we were in. Shoot.
Near from here.
Yeah, it's like just outside of Paris, kind of near. There was like a river, but could have been many places. Yeah, but yeah, we're all just really excited to be out and enjoying it. Yeah.
And are you working with the same person as the first, not maybe the first years, but since the band was professional, have you worked with the same person as the producer, the staff on the road?
We've had we've moved from different producers over time. The last record that we did, to be everywhere is to be nowhere, we worked with a producer that did some work on this record. He did pre-production and then some work on vocals and drums, but then we recorded all the guitars and bass and keyboards and stuff ourselves, which is what we did on Beggars and Alchemy Index. And I like that combination because it gives us a lot of freedom. And as far as touring, we've had a lot of the same people with us for a long time now, almost 10 years. So good. It's like family on the road. Yeah.
Great. And how do you work on an album like that? Maybe that one or the previous one. How do you work? Like, how do you choose a producer? Who's writing the lyrics? The guitars? Are you working all together, or is it just Dustin who's doing everything and the other just play, or everyone is just like one doing the record?
Everyone writes music. Everybody plays guitar or can program drums or yeah. So we have a lot of ideas, like I was saying before. As far as lyrics go, Dustin does almost all the lyrics. I think there's one song on this record that was a song that I was working on for something else, and then he kind of took a majority of what I had done and kind of molded it into his own thing. But for the most part, it's pretty democratic. We all get together. We record on our computers at home and share files. And then everybody goes over the files and picks their top 10 or something, and then we group those together and see if they match up with everyone else. And then you kind of whittle it down from then. And every once in a while during the writing process, even if we've selected those few, you can still like grab another one and pull it in. Yeah, so it makes it difficult in some ways, kind of trying to distill everything down into a finished product, but it makes it easier in that there's a lot of ideas, and also everybody feels better about the final project because it's everybody's identities, and that's how it's always been. Yeah.
Right. And how long does it take to create a full album and send it to the to the edition and then goes live?
Um, it if we let it, it could take us years, but it helps for us to have a timeline. Um,
You have a schedule
Deadlines,
and
yeah. Um, I think ideally it would take us a year, but I think this last record, even though we've been writing little guitar parts and ideas for the past however many years that we bring into the writing process, the actual working out of the songs and finalizing we probably condensed down to like 6 or 7 months on this last one. So
that's pretty fast in a way.
yeah, we had a lot of ideas, and I think it was a lot of ideas that were fairly complete as far as like the. It's not just a guitar part; it's like verse, chorus, bridge, or something like that. Um, so a lot of the work was done. It's just us getting together and working the songs out takes a while. Yeah.
And in 20 years, you've maybe seen a lot of things
Mhm.
on the road, on the studio, meeting people, and everything. But is there something we can wish you, the band, you especially, what what can Thrice expect from the future? What are you hoping to achieve, if there's something to do?
Um, I, I think the goal is probably still the same from when we started. It's to just take one step at a time. Um, we try not to have any massive long-term goals, and I know we'd like to travel more, share more of our music with more people, obviously, and I think for all of us, and but I'm gonna say for me specifically, almost the how would you say it? The challenge and like adventure of exploring new music, trying new things, challenging ourselves, testing ourselves is a huge part about what makes music exciting. And it's crazy that even after 20 years of doing it, that challenge and that excitement is still there. And I hope that we continue to have that for as long as we can do this, you know? Yeah.
And on the opposite side, what do you hope you will not experience anymore?
Uh, um, can it be anything?
Yeah, anything.
Um, I think. Well, I know what we need to do, but I don't want us to get burnt out. Um, and I think a huge part of keeping that from happening is making sure um, that we take care of our families and we really pay attention to how each other are feeling, and that we're open about that, um, because I feel like that's a lot of times that's what hurts bands is when people hold stuff inside and harbor resentment, or they're away from their family so much that their family is giving them a hard time. So I think as long as we continue to be open and positive and loving, because we are a family now. So yeah. gotta keep it like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.